Hello, Tirza Hawkins here, coming to talk to you about my Inform program. So, what is Inform? It is a clinically studied program that helps to address our gut health. So, microbiome is one of the new words that you might be hearing a lot of that has a lot of impact on our health. So, essentially, our microbiome is this bacteria that lives in us and on us, and this bacteria actually outnumbers our human cells 10 to 1. There are 10 times more bacteria in us and on us than we have human cells. So this is just a little example of some of the things that our microbiome affects. So I know it's backwards to you, but so our neurological system, if we have anxiety, depression, nervous tension, nervous issues, that can all stem here from our gut. Respiratory, we might have asthma, allergies, troubles breathing. Our glandular system, if we have fatigue all the time, adrenal fatigue, thyroid problems, trouble sleeping. If we can't control our weight, now an unhealthy microbiome could make us overweight or underweight, and we're just having a hard time getting to a healthy weight. It also affects our skin when we think of things like acne, rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, all of those. Again, we've got to address the root. People with chronic fungal infections that just can't get rid of them, athlete's foot that won't go away. It's coming from the gut most of the time. We'll have a weakened immune system when our gut isn't balanced, frequently getting colds and flus, infections that we're unable to fight. We're unable to balance our blood sugar levels. They're all over the place. Might even be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. That's an epidemic in this country. Our hormones are affected by our gut. If we have PMS or menopausal issues, hot flashes, mood swings, those are all a sign of dysfunction going on in our body that needs to be addressed. And last but not least, it affects our cardiovascular system. And that's where heart disease is actually the #1 killer of women in America. So it's definitely something that we want to address and get to the root cause of things. So we've got to balance the gut or the microbiome first. So I am setting up an exclusive Facebook group. It's called Where to Start Inform for Life. And it's meant as a coaching group to help you go through this really phenomenal program and get the support and accountability that you need. We'll have weekly health topics in there so that you're learning about your health and what to eat and why to eat it and when to eat it, all of these things that we should know. There'll be weekly sample menus that will have shopping lists with them. So you don't have to guess what you're going to eat. It's really nice when you can just take a day on the weekend, go shopping, prepare your food, and then during the week when you're really busy, you can just grab it and go. Really saves you money by sticking to a food plan. When you're going shopping, you're only buying the foods that you actually need and are going to use during that week. You're going to have less waste. You're not going to be throwing food away because you're only going to be buying what you need. And it just makes it easier to stick with something, a different way of eating, when you have a plan and you can follow that. So Inform, it does come with a recommended eating plan. We're focused on whole foods. We're going to have proteins at every meal and at every snack. We're going to be eating 5 times a day to help balance our blood sugar levels, keep our metabolism raised. You're going to learn what foods raise your metabolism and how far apart you want to eat them. We'll be focusing on getting healthy fats into our diet. Now, we need fat in order to lose fat. We've got to eat fats. They're also really great anti-inflammatory. So people that are in pain or have painful conditions, these healthy fats really make a difference on those. We're going to have lots of vegetables and leafy greens. And then each week we'll focus on different things. So we'll spend a week focusing, okay, What does the food plan look like? What are the recommended foods? Are we making sure that we're sticking to it and getting all of these in? We'll spend a week focusing on sleep. How can we make sleep a priority? How does our weight suffer when we're not getting enough sleep? What about water? How much water should we be drinking? What kind of water? All of these, we're just going to address them one at a time, and we'll repeat those monthly. The plan includes a food journal, and it's a really easy one to follow because it just gives you check boxes. Okay, I had my protein, I had my fats, I had my vegetables, and you get to cross them off. It's almost like a to-do list, how it feels good to cross things off your to-do list. You'll really like crossing them off of your food journal. There'll be accountability in the group. So I can't say enough good things about the Inform program. It's been clinically studied, and it just helps with a variety of different health factors. I've been teaching this program for over 2 years now. Why should you join the group? What can you expect? So these are some things that my participants have told me that they notice a difference in within just a week of starting the group. A lot of them tell me that they're sleeping better, that they feel better, just their overall energy level, their mood is improved, they have less pain. So those are some of the immediate benefits that they're getting out of it. And then long term is pain levels continue to decrease. People often tell me they have less joint pain. It's easier to move, to climb stairs. Some of them have even gotten off of prescription medications, including an anti-anxiety and an anti-depressant. That was really exciting. And the reason that they're able to make these improvements is that this targets your body, this supplies your body with what it needs to start working properly. So normally when I've been teaching this class, it's a 90-day program, it's about 13 weeks, and I normally charge $149 to attend a live class, and then you actually need to purchase your supplements on top of that. For some people, it was a little bit out of their budget, but this time I thought, let's try to structure it a little bit differently. So the whole point in me creating an online group to teach this through is so that I can save you some time on your costs. So your only cost requirement for this Inform class is going to be the cost of the supplements, because I want everyone to be able to afford it. It's really a program for everyone that we should all be doing, and I keep going back to it. So when I'm not teaching a class, then I don't do as well for it myself, and then I'm really excited and just feel better myself when I get back on it and realize what a difference that it makes even for me. So it will be all online in an exclusive Facebook group. The great thing about this is that you can participate and learn on your own time. You're not going to have a class that you have to show up for. So all of the videos, all of the support, it will all be there at the time that's convenient for you. And the way I've structured it is that you can actually stay in the group for as long as you would like and have that structure and the different menus. You'll also be able to ask questions of several different coaches. So not only are you getting me, a Master Herbalist, a Certified Nutritional Consultant, to answer your health questions, but I do have 2 other coaches that are leading the group with me, and we'll just keep adding coaches and participants as time goes on. So you're going to get a lot of help, a lot of different angles, a lot of different knowledge. It's just going to be a really great support team that's just going to keep growing. The only requirement for staying in the group is maintaining a minimum auto shipment of your Inform supplements. Now these supplements, they were part of the clinical study. They've been proven to have a much greater benefit and impact on your health, your cholesterol, weight loss, blood sugar levels, than just diet and exercise alone. So the supplements are truly some of the superstars of this program after the recommended eating plan. So let's talk about a couple of the things that may be just in your supplement plan, depending on which one. We've got 3 different levels, so you can decide where your commitment's at, where your budget's at, and find one that you can afford. So the different things we'll be talking about, there's the metabolic age support meal replacement shakes, metabolic age support berberine, probiotic, and then a cardio kit. So now the meal replacement shakes are some of my favorites. Each serving contains 20 grams of protein that helps build lean muscle mass. There are 2 grams of phytosterols in each serving, and this is really beneficial to our cardiovascular health. There's also 20% or more of the recommended daily requirement of 17 different vitamins and minerals, and the shakes taste amazing. Now, my husband and I, we own a gym, and he's a personal trainer. I was a personal trainer for 4 years. So we've tried lots of different meal replacement shakes, and these ones are truly delicious. They are hands down the best tasting. And the main 2 that I'm going to recommend today, one is a plant-based protein, which they consider it's their pea protein. And then there is a whey-based one, and you can get them in chocolate or vanilla. Even when I'm not following the Inform plan, I generally have a shake for my breakfast in the morning. They're very filling. They last you a long time for your satiety, and it's just really convenient because I can make my breakfast in about 60 seconds in the morning and be out the door. So the pea protein one comes in the green bag. And we've got the whey protein, comes in a blue bag. And the pea protein one, so if you're someone that has allergens or you don't like whey, the pea protein one is dairy-free, lactose-free, gluten-free, soy-free, and vegan certified. So that one's going to be really helpful for people out there who have allergens. Let's talk about berberine. So berberine is going to come in, berberine and the probiotic come in these little green bottles, and berberine is truly a superstar of the plant world. So there's been lots of studies done on berberine. It's very amazing for helping to clear out bad bacteria, and that's where our standard American diet, it's called the SAD diet, really feeds bad bacteria in our gut, and that's where a lot of these health issues come from. So we need to clear it out, and that's what berberine helps us do. Berberine is a bitter alkaloid that's derived from plants like golden seal. If you've ever tasted golden seal, it's very bitter and it's got a bright yellow color, and I say it tastes like yellow. If you think about tasting the color yellow, try some golden seal. I bet you'll agree with me. So that's what provides the color. And berberine has been shown in studies to perform just as well as metformin in adults who were recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It also has some really beneficial effects for reducing insulin resistance. It fights high levels of blood fats, those triglycerides, that are associated with diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Now, high levels of triglycerides are really toxic to the pancreas and will increase our insulin resistance, because our pancreas is what helps balance our blood sugar levels. It controls our insulin. So this toxic triglycerides are having a negative effect on it. Berberine is also helpful in controlling cholesterol, and it lacks the dangerous side effects that are associated with statins. It's always great to find something that's natural, that works just as well or better than a prescription without some nasty side effects. Berberine is really helpful for lots of different kinds of infections, whether it's infectious diarrhea, intestinal parasites, urinary tract infection. It's antimicrobial against lots of different bacteria, viruses, fungus. So it helps clean out the bad stuff. This is like we're taking a magic scrubber to our intestines here when we're taking berberine. And it also helps balance small intestinal bacteria. Now, not too many people know about SIBO. SIBO is an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine. It can cause belching, burping, acid indigestion after meals, and it's one of the primary causes of leaky gut. It's been linked to a lot of different health problems such as acne, chronic fatigue, diabetes, fibromyalgia, Hashimoto's, inflammatory bowel, irritable bowel, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, obesity. Now, SIBO doesn't necessarily cause all of these, but it is a big factor in it. So I have successfully used berberine in several cases of people that they would eat, and no matter what it was that they were eating, they'd get horrible gas pain, bloating, abdominal distension. And one of these was a girl who was actually only about 18 years old. She was just graduating from high school. She'd had this issue now for about 4 or 5 years. She'd been to multiple doctors, specialists. They couldn't find anything wrong with her. They couldn't find anything to help her, and they said, oh, you're just gonna have to live with it. Maybe you'll grow out of it. Just eat whatever you want. So her mother brought her to me, and we started her on some berberine and the Informed diet, and it was really just a couple of weeks, and they were calling me, thanking me, telling me how much better she felt, how much easier it was for her to eat foods. So it was really rewarding to hear about that. Benefits of berberine keeps going. So MRSA is an antibiotic resistant bacteria, but it's not berberine resistant. And then also there was a study in the American Journal of Cardiology that showed that patients who were being treated for congestive heart failure improved. They showed better improvements when berberine was added to their program than if they were taking a placebo. So just another amazing benefit of this. There's recent research suggesting berberine is helpful with several different types of cancer, including liver, breast, and prostate. It also has some antidepressant activity in the body. It increases norepinephrine and serotonin levels, and might also have some protective benefits against Alzheimer's. So that's why this valuable herbal alkaloid is included in this plan. It's one of the superstars. So the other little green bottle was the Metabolic Age Support Probiotic. Now that's the good bacteria that we need to replenish the gut. And if you remember, our standard American diet is it's like feeding the weeds. And our probiotics, they're the good seeds that we want to put in there. It's as if we're growing a lawn, and the bacteria, our good bacteria, is that beautiful lush green grass in there. So we have to be able to plant our seeds, and then the Inform plan teaches us how to feed and water and care for that good bacteria. So talking about the requirement of the auto shipment. So this is actually the way that I found to save you the most money. It lets me know that you're getting your supplements each month, which you're going to get the best benefits by taking the supplements. Like I said, the clinical studies showed that taking the supplements with the Informed diet produced much better results than just diet and exercise alone. So when you're doing a Nature Sunshine auto shipment, you're getting member pricing. So right there, you're saving up to 33% off of retail price. The other great thing, there's 2 more great things about auto shipments. Actually, I think I cover 3 or 4 more. Auto shipments get you free shipping. So off of any of the plans that we talk about, that's going to save you at least $13 a month in shipping by doing the auto shipment. Then Nature Sunshine has rewards. They're called Sunshine Rewards Points, and you start out by getting 10% back of your order, your auto shipment order, in free points that spend point per dollar off of your next auto shipment. So you start out with 10% back, and it increases every 3 months by 5% until it maxes out at 25%. So if you've been in an auto shipment for 10 months, you're getting 25% back of your auto shipment purchase towards free points off of your next one. The auto shipments do bottom out. That has to be a minimum $100. So if you're accruing points, if you're on, say you're on one of our smaller packs and you're accruing points, it's just really fun to be able to treat yourself to something. You know, say you save up your points and you spend it on a cleanse, or you get yourself an essential oil blend. Like, it's just really fun to look in there and be like, yay, I've got like 50 points saved up. I can shop. And then with the Nature Sunshine auto ships, you're not trapped in a commitment. It's not as if you're required to be on a year of auto shipments. You can stop that at any time. They do ask you to commit to at least 3 months. And if you stop before those 3 months are completed, then they will just charge you the shipping that you saved on your orders. So it's not going to cost you any more than just a standard order would have. And then after those 3 months, there is no penalty for canceling. So you can stay in auto shipment for as long as you'd like, or just for the 3 months of the program. The program's usually at least 90 days. But I've had so many participants that just want to continue, and they've done it 2 or 3 times because they just love the benefits of it. So I'm going to break down the kits. What are these basic requirements for you? There is the Good Kit, which is going to include 2 bags of the metabolic shake in your choice of pea or whey. So we're getting 2, and you can choose between chocolate and vanilla. So I've got 2 chocolates here. And then you've got your metabolic age support probiotic and berberine. So this is enough shakes to have at least 1 meal a day. We will be eating 5 meals a day, 3 meals and 2 snacks essentially. So we want at least one of them to be the protein shake. Like I said, we got our vitamins and minerals in here. We've got good proteins. We've got our phytosterols. So we're supporting a lot of our efforts here, and this is going to be your easiest meal to make probably most days. So normally, again, you're saving on the fee that I would normally charge to be in the group. So this right here in your auto shipment, these 4 items would be, they're $132.20 your first month. And remember, once you start that auto shipment, you're getting 10% back in free points towards your next one. So the price is just going to keep going down from there until it bottoms out at that $100 is the minimum amount for the auto shipment. But this saves you $66 off of retail prices. You're saving $13 on shipping. You're getting that 10% back starting off. And you're saving on the fees from the class by just getting your supplements. So that was the good option. The better option is to go with 4 bags of shakes. Got my 4 bags of shakes. This gives one person 2 meals a day. That is how most of the meal plans, sample menus are going to be written, because that's what the full clinical study was done on, was having 2 of the meal replacement shakes a day. So that's just a heads up. There is, options for swapping out different things in all of the sample menus. And then we've got your probiotic and your berberine as well. So with your 2 meals a day in your meal replacement shakes, and then a 1-month supply, most of Nature Sunshine bottles come in a 1-month supply. There's 90 capsules in here. I didn't say that earlier. And you're taking 3 berberine a day, 1 with each meal, and 3 probiotics a day. And that can be 1 with each meal, or just 3 at the beginning of the day, 3 at the end of the night. So the better pack with the 6 items for the first month would be $205.70. Now that's $103 off of the retail price. Again, you're saving on shipping. You're getting rewards points back. The price is just going to go down from there. Now the full plan is what they did the clinical study on. And we've got our 4 bags of shakes, our probiotic, our berberine, and then we have the metabolic age support cardio kit. And I'm going to break down for you the ingredients in the cardio kit. So the cardio kit, there's 30 little packets in here, and you take one each day. Oh, I didn't mention, so the full kit, that would be a savings of $120 off of retail price, and then you're saving on the shippings. You're getting more rewards points back, because 10% of 240 is $24. So that's just where that's going to be coming off of that each month. The other really fun thing, anytime that your Sunshine Rewards, that's what they call their auto shipment program, is at least $200, is you get a free item each month. And last month was the Super Omegas. Nature Sunshine's very purified fish oils, and so that was a retail value of $36 that you're getting free, in addition to all these other rewards, free shippings, the points back, just with a minimum $200 auto shipment. So Nature Sunshine really spoils you. So the cardio kit, this is a 1-month supply. There is, I can hold it up there. So these 2 little green tablets that are in here, these are their multivitamin. What's great about it is not only does it have vitamins and minerals, but it also has a whole food blend. It's green because it's chlorophyll coated. Chlorophyll's the green pigment in plants that help them get their energy from the sun. Chlorophyll is very cleansing to us. It also has a similar molecular structure to our red blood cells, so it's very building and beneficial to the blood. So also with the green multivitamin, there's a whole food blend in there, and I like to remind people we want to eat whole foods as much as often. So it's like the difference between taking vitamin A and eating a carrot. If we're taking vitamin A, we're getting 1 nutrient. If we eat a carrot, we're getting dozens of different nutrients. And they go beyond vitamins and minerals. There's phytochemicals in plants that are very beneficial to us. Think about berberine that comes from golden seal. If we were just taking a vitamin, we would be missing out on the other benefits that are found in golden seal. So then we've got these 2 soft gels right here. So these are our super fun poppers, also called Super Omegas. These are our very purified fish oils. They really don't taste fishy because they're so purified, so we don't have to worry about any contaminants, any heavy metals. And why do we call them poppers? Because if you don't want to swallow this big, large soft gel, you can put it in your mouth and just pop it open and swallow the oil, and then choose whether, I like to chew on the soft gels, but you don't have to take it. You can just throw those away. Kids love them too. So people will give the Super Omegas to their kids in this form. And it's hard to limit the kids to just 1 because they want more poppers. So it's really nice to tell them you may have 1 a day. If you've bought cheap fish oils, you may have noticed that you burped them up. They had a really fishy taste. They tasted awful. So that can be because they weren't very purified, or they were already rancid, which a lot of the fish oils we find on the shelves are. But Nature Sunshine adds a little lemon to their fish oil, and that helps our body digest it easier as well. So there shouldn't be any burping up that happens, whether you swallow your omegas or whether you pop them. And omegas are really helpful for our brain health, our heart health. They're a major anti-inflammatory for us. And then we've got our 2 little capsules here, one there and one there. And that's our antioxidant blend in here. When we think antioxidant, we want to think of it as synonymous with anti-aging. Now this antioxidant blend in there has a really beneficial effect on our cholesterol levels. So what people don't realize is that cholesterol is most harmful to us when it's oxidized, and cholesterol is oxidized at night when we sleep. So with the cardio kit, I would recommend to people to take your vitamin and your omegas in the morning. They're going to give you really good energy. I don't want them keeping you awake at night. The vitamins do have some B vitamins in there. They've got some good energy foods. So just take those in the morning and then save the 2 capsules. Take them at night, and that is going to help your cholesterol not be oxidized, and it's going to be less harmful to you. So that full kit was what was in the full clinical study, and so I wanted to let you know it is an option for you if you can afford it. It's really beneficial. I highly recommend it. But if the good kit fits you better, or the better kit, either one, just want this to be affordable for people. If I didn't say it before, you can change your auto shipments up to the night before they come out. So if you're realizing, hey, I'm low on lavender essential oil, or I'm running out of omegas, or I want to try a cleanse this month, you can change it up to the night before it comes out. You've got that last minute flexibility. And for staying in the group, you can stay in as long as you'd like. You just need to have your auto shipments in by the 15th of the month. That way I can go in and check and see, who is remaining active and wants to stay in the group. Like I said, I've had quite a few participants that they take the Inform program over and over. They don't want to stop it. As soon as they finish, they're like, okay, when is your next class starting? Because they feel so much better on it, and they need the support, the structure, the accountability. It's very human of us to need that, and even I need it. So when I'm not running groups, I'm not as accountable to myself. I stop eating as well as I should. So it's really great accountability for all of us. We need that outside motivation as well. Like I said, I've been coaching it for over 2 years now, and I look forward to every time that I'm starting a group. The great thing about this is I don't really consider it a diet plan. It's a lifestyle plan. It teaches you how to eat for life. And that's where a lot of diet plans fail. We go on a diet and we lose some weight, and as soon as we're done, that weight comes back on so quickly, and we often end up heavier than when we started it. This plan is teaching you how to eat for life. You can stay on the basic Inform recommended foods for the rest of your life and be really happy and feel good. Or if you reach your weight loss goal, they do have a maintenance plan, which is really similar to the basic plan that everyone will be following. But you do have that maintenance plan option. And even people in maintenance need support, because it's been found that it's often harder to maintain weight loss than it is to actually lose the weight in the first place. So we need that structure, support, and the accountability. And it gets us thinking, what are we eating for breakfast? Did you wake up this morning and just have a cup of coffee? I hear that from so many people, that they're not eating breakfast, or they're not eating a good breakfast. Caffeine actually spikes our blood sugar levels. So in the morning, we're having just that cup of coffee, and then all of a sudden our blood sugar is up here. And then our body's trying to compensate. So now it's down here, and we just start this ping-ponging effect back and forth. So when we have a really good breakfast, we're setting ourselves up to have nice, stable, even blood sugar levels, is even energy. And we're not having sugar for breakfast then either. We're not just having donuts or a bowl of cereal. That's where cereal really breaks down into sugar in the body. So if you had a bowl of cereal for breakfast, again, you're not setting yourself up for nice, even blood sugar levels. You're going to be ping-ponging. So even on maintenance, that's where I typically do a shake every single day on my maintenance plan. Another great thing about the group like this is being able to ask questions and problem solve as a group. Communication is really helpful, and that's where, if we don't know that something's wrong, we can't fix it. But that's where, asking our questions in a group forum. I had someone who she'd complained about low energy and fatigue. She had just started taking berberine, And I found out that she was taking it on an empty stomach, and it was making her blood sugar levels go too low. And that's where some people can take berberine in between meals. It all depends. It's very person specific how we're going to respond to different things. And when she started taking it with her meals, she did just great. So that's where most of us wouldn't have any problems, but we're all different. And so having that group forum to talk and problem solve is really helpful. And then, you know, some of the other problems that people might notice when they first start out is, you know, there's a lot of people out there that they don't even eat salads because they can't digest healthy foods. That's a common problem. You know, they get gas or bloating. They're really uncomfortable after eating healthy foods. And that can even happen when starting on the meal replacement shakes. I find that they're often too healthy for people. And it can be helpful just to add some food enzymes when you're taking them because our body is missing part of what it needs to complete the digestive process. And that's just where the more people in the group, the more resources we have. So we're going to keep adding participants and coaches, and it's really just going to become an amazing group that's going to grow and flourish. And I just pray that everyone that needs to be in the group, that will help to make the group complete and add something to it, because we all bring our own things, is going to be there. So if you have any questions about Inform, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. It's a really great lifestyle plan that can be beneficial for everyone. So thanks for watching. Have a really blessed day.